spoiled food. Now this is another shocker coming across from West Bengal. We've been talking about a student who was forced to lick her own urine. Now details emerging of her parents having been arrested. They've been detained, in fact, along with the warden as well. That's the information we're bringing to you at this stage. The Patha Bhavan Visva-Bharati School, which is where this incident took place. The class 5 student complained, in fact, to her parents, who took it up with the authorities. Her father also registered a police complaint. This happened yesterday. Since then, of course, now we know information coming across. Her parents have been held for entering the premises. Now, headline is asking just why this has been done. We get a word now from Arjun Chatterjee joining us with the latest. Arjun, just why have the parents been arrested?
Well, information coming to us is that the police have arrested the parents because it was a weekend and they took some people with them to try and speak to their daughter. That was nothing illegal, but as per the university rules, they broke some of the rules and were trying to enter the hostel, and parents are not allowed to do so. That's why the parents have also been arrested along with the warden, Uma Poddar, and the situation is very tense out there. The parents, as sources are telling us, will be detained for some more time, and then probably they're expected to get a bail. But
Arjun, you're saying that a few rules were broken of the university, which is why the parents have been detained. But these were extraordinary circumstances. This is an incident where the child was being tortured, made to lick her own urine. Any parent would forcibly enter any premises to get to rescue their child, if not anything else.
Obviously, so, Adi, and that's the reason. I mean, it was quite obvious that the parents would get anxious, and they took some of their relatives and neighbors and went inside Patha Bhavan, which is a very renowned school in Shantiniketan, founded by the late Tagore himself. Now, the point is, we tried to speak to the Vice Chancellor of the university. He's not speaking to the media as of now because these are very serious charges, and police also quite late arrested the warden. She should have been arrested long back. So the university top bosses, along with the Vice Chancellor, are holding an emergency meeting, as our sources are telling us. And probably it's expected sometime later in the day the Vice Chancellor will come out with some sort of a different...
It's a really bizarre situation. It's like rubbing salt into their wounds. Anandita Sarvatikari now joins us, child rights activist. Ma'am, your thoughts on what's really been happening here in West Bengal? A child who's first made to lick her own urine as a punishment for bedwetting. This is a class 5 student we're talking about. Then her parents go to try and rescue her. They're detained by the police.
Yes, it's really a horrifying fact. I mean, reality. I don't know what's happening in this state and in an institution which was started off by Tagore. I mean, it's supposed to be steeped in culture and consciousness awareness. I mean, a child wetting her bed is anyway a psychological, some problem she must be going through. This experience psychological. Instead of treating her, instead of handling it gently, she is forced, traumatized, made to, oh my God, I can't even, I can't even visualize how horrifying it is. I don't know what's happening to this state. I mean, and the police, they're getting more and more insensitive by the minute. You see what is happening with Pinky Pramanik. I don't care if she's a man, woman, she's a human being first. So I think the whole system is kind of degenerating each day as it's passing.
We share your sentiments, ma'am. But the fact of the matter is, you're talking about an incident where there has been absolute torture, which has been, where a class 5 student has been subject to. But you look at, the insensitivity of the police. Now they're, before breaking rules for parents.
The insensitivity of the police. I mean, a teacher could be a criminal. There is a punishment for that teacher. But what happens to the system? Because I keep saying this. I even said it on your channel when another incident had happened recently, that at the end of the day, I have to go to the system again. You have to go to the same system for justice. If the system turns around repeatedly, whether it is the Park Street case, whether it is Pinky Pramanik, and the system which is supposed to protect you, give you justice, then where do we go? Where do we stand today? That's what's most horrifying, most shocking for me as I stand today.